to have Wi-Fi. I'm supposed to drive to a restaurant parking lot and log on, or the campus. I have to wear a mask. Otherwise, you're going to be arrested and go home. What do you mean I have to collect data? Hey, you guys, if we haven't met, I'm Karen Mayer Cunningham, special education boss, wanting you to know what you need to know to go back to school COVID style. Several emails went out this week for families that if they don't have Wi-Fi, they could drive to the parking lot of a school or a major restaurant and log on. So, Karen, do I have to log on and drive to the Applebee's and have my child do biology too? I don't think so. So Wi-Fi might be important for remote learning since it's coming remotely through the interweb. If you don't, get an Ethernet cord. I don't really know what they are, but they bring the ether into your net and there's a cord, right? This whole last 2 weeks when we were doing online Zooms, and we've done a ton of them for special ed meetings, the Wi-Fi is really unstable. I don't know many school districts that purchased enough bandwidth for the entire world to go online, but we shall see. So certainly make sure that for your Wi-Fi, you have an Ethernet cord, and make sure that you confirm from the school district what are the expectations. Is he absent if he doesn't log on? Is he absent if the logging on doesn't work? Get that clarification, have that added to your kiddo's 504 document. Or an IEP. So I'm Karen Mayer Cunningham, special education boss, helping families navigate and negotiate the 504 IEP process. So Wi-Fi, get logged on. I'm sure nobody else in your house will be on the Wi-Fi. It'll just be you and the people on Amazon. Okay. Do your best. Number 2, masks. Do you have to wear a mask? You have to wear a mask. They say we have to wear a mask. It's a requirement. It's a mandate. We have to, or you're going to get it. Okay. Here's the deal. The mask is not a law. Nobody's going to mask jail. Nobody's going to wrestle your kid to the ground, whether they have a 504 special education or they're the valedictorian with no special education needs, accommodations, or related services. The CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, has considerations for wearing masks. You should look it up. Under considerations for wearing masks, they list who should not wear a mask: Democrats and Republicans. That's what it says. Oh, no, it doesn't say that. It says who should not wear a mask. And then it lists the kinds of people who should not wear a mask. And then it has feasibility and adaptations. So if you're a human, you might fall into this category. So those are people with an intellectual disability, developmental delays, or a mental concern. Pretty broad base there. So nobody's going to throw you out of school for not wearing a mask. Certainly do the best that you can to comply with that, but we certainly don't want it to become some sort of issue with you and your child at school. Stop sending emails to the school board. Stop sending emails. Just stop. Just send your kid to school, send their mask, and pray for them that they have a great day. Hallelujah. Right? And kids are going back to school. Schools are opening up in a unique way. A lot of kiddos are going to stay in their classrooms and they will Zoom their lunch. I don't know. They're going to Zoom their electives. So every campus is doing it the best that they can to help support social distancing and sanitation. The third thing that you need, right? So we need our mask. We need Wi-Fi. If you're at home alone by yourself, you may not need a mask. Although I have a lot of families that log on with a mask and they're by themselves. Whatever makes you feel good, okay? You're going to need to collect data. So going forward, since you guys are now the special education boss, so you're helping support the school for successful student outcomes, you need to collect data. We always need to collect data. Data drives everything good and right in the IEP document or the 504. So we have data collection logs that you guys can have. There's an email in the chat. One of my top fans who runs my whole team, the great Trisha Hatter. The email is Karen@specialeducationboss.com. It's in the comments. Just send us an email. We will be happy to get you any of our handouts. We have extended school closure weekly logs. And then we also have online school logs. So can I tell you the difference between the two of them? So here's what the first one says: extended school closure log. What subjects were offered this week? Might be important that you know which subjects are offered. So depending on where you're going to school, it might be, cattle roping or whatever you guys do where you go to school. Reading, writing, math, speech, language arts, related services, instructional services, counseling, other. What was offered to you? Number 2, how was the work provided? There's a myriad of ways it can be provided. Printed worksheets. Can I come pick something up? Online video, pre-recorded videos, live video, telephone call, other. Number 3, could your child access the work? Could your child access the work? Yes, and completed the work. Yes, but could not complete the work. No, because of technical difficulties. No, because my child didn't understand. Or no, for me, I don't know any math. I know tall, grande, and venti. Okay, so want to fill that out. Number 4, were any IEP accommodations or services provided and or 504 accommodations or services? You list that. You take on this responsibility. Were you and or your child contacted by a teacher, school administrator, and other school staff? Yes, and who? Or no? So many of my families, not a lot, but so many of my families were contacted by no one during spring COVID, other than we're just checking in to see if you're okay. And while we appreciate that, that is not an educational benefit. Social, emotional behavior challenges. This is so important, you guys. Anxiety, physical complications, stomachache, headache, refuses to get out of bed, sleep issues, work refusal, verbal aggression, physical aggression, property destruction, left home without permission, and other. If you checked any of the above options in question 6, please explain what happened below. So, the uniqueness of being home and being educated, we want you guys to have these forms. It's an online school weekly log, Monday through Friday, and then extended school closure, kind of those other components that impacted kiddos. So that when you go back to your IEP meeting, you have the what? Say it with me. Data, 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 data. Okay? So make sure that you have that. Be safe. As I understand that most school districts are rolling out virtually-ish, or you have an option each grading period. So look at that and consider what's best for your kiddo. We'll be doing a lot more lives addressing your questions. If you have a question, send it to us. We're happy to train on it. We're going to break it down as we unfold the year and we walk in success in special ed and 504. So take your mask, get on the Wi-Fi, collect that data. That way we have the right information to bring back to the committee. We do this for one reason: successful student outcomes. When we get it right for the child, we get it right for everybody, and we get it right all the time. Remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe, whatever you guys do, so that people have this information and it's accurate. And we'll see you guys in the next video.